How do you stay in shape? I stay in shape by I go to the gym and I lift weights, and then I also road bike and I run and I ride my dirt bike quite a bit. So basically, I just try to stay active and kind of like try to make myself better in the sport that I do, kind of thing. So try to I think strength is a big thing, and then also some level of cardio is pretty important. So um, that's how I stay in shape. Does your training in season is the training you do in the off season different than the training you do in season? So in the off season, my training is a little bit different than what I do while we're racing every weekend, kind of thing. My off season is December through January. I'm usually racing up until mid-November. Sometimes I don't ever stop racing. I usually cut myself off by December because like I usually need a break by then until I start to go stir crazy. But anyway, so I put together an 8 week programming kind of thing, and I do 6 days a week of strength training. And then in December, I do 2 cardio sessions a week. One is gonna be like a 30-minute row session, and then the other would be like a 30 to 45-minute cycle, usually on the trainer because it's really cold, and just like steady state zone 2 kind of stuff. And then I ride on the weekends, weather permitting, which in Missouri, you never know what winter's going to bring you. We've been very fortunate lately in the last like 2, 3 years, and it has been terrible. So it has to be basically ice on the ground and below 20 degrees before I'm not going to ride. Um, so that is the first segment. The next 4 weeks in January, I'm still strength training 6 days a week, but I add in more cardio sessions. So I do a 60 to 90 minute one time a week with zone 2, zone 3 heart rate targets. And then in the other 2 days, I'll do a hit, a 30-minute hit, which is high intensity interval training. And then the other day, I will do like a 30-minute row session and usually do like a 400 meters row as hard as you can with a 2 minute like continue rowing, but not as like high intensity kind of thing. And it usually, depending on how many rounds, that'll be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. And then I continue to ride on the weekends. So how it's different from what I do in season. In season, I race pretty much every single weekend. I'll take maybe 1, maybe 2 weekends off a year in season. And in season is from February through mid-November. So I'm not at the gym, straight training 6 days a week. And recovery, like, it's very dependent. Like, yeah, you got to keep pushing yourself, and you can still build and, like, make yourself better and develop muscle and whatever. You can still do all of that, but in order to do all of that, you have to recover properly and take care of yourself. So I'm not going to trash my body Friday knowing I have a GNCC on Sunday. And let's say it's a mudder. Like, if I'm sore on Sunday from what I did on Friday, that's not good. So, like active recovery type days, do yoga, like light cardio, a cycle. I mean, we bike the track, so I mean that's something as well. But Monday, because I'm usually driving all night and then going straight to work Monday morning kind of thing, I take Mondays off. I will stretch, I will foam roll, I will ice bath, I will sauna, I will whatever, but I will not go to the gym because it is doing less for me and it would take me backwards than forwards. So, um, Monday is just focus on recovery and go to bed early so I can get some sleep because, like, Sleep is a huge part of your recovery. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I do strength train. And I also, this time of year, we're in May, so we have extra daylight, and I will ride after work 2 to 3 times a week. So I don't do as much cardio unless I'm not riding. So if I'm not riding, I will cycle 2 to 3 times a week, usually three if I'm not riding. Sometimes I will go ahead and cycle another time during the week. It's just it like having a set schedule really determines on like how far I'm traveling, if that makes sense. Like I make sure I do every session I have scheduled for the week no matter what. But it does fluctuate on my travel schedule. Like if I'm leaving Thursday night or Thursday afternoon or Friday morning, Friday after work, it just varies because most of my drives to my races are about 12 hours. And if it's a lot of mountain driving, I'm planning for worst case scenario, as in I'm not a mountain driver and I need a lot of extra time. So, um, anyway, it is quite a bit different, but like I said, you can still build muscle in season, and you can still get fitter in season. It's just you gotta really take care of yourself on the recovery side of things. Sleep, nutrition, stretching, like gotta take care of yourself. Um, so yeah. What is your favorite podcast and why? So I'm not going to limit this to just one. I have a lot of favorites that I listen to weekly, especially whenever I travel. So my most listened to one would be Real AF Andy Frisella's, and it is pretty much it's not limited to basically one thing. It goes over like how to better yourself, business. They bring on people that have done 75 hard, which if you don't know who Andy Frisella is, he owns First Form and a lot of other companies, and he knows a lot and has a lot to teach and actually gives the knowledge out for free, kind of thing. So that is my favorite. I gain a lot from it, but I really like listening to Gypsy Tales. I love the variety of guests that he brings on there and just like the subjects, like all the things they talk about. It's like a fun fact kind of thing for me. I love it. Pulp and Max is pretty good. Uh, so is I don't know why I'm losing it. Um, I'll think of it in a minute. Another one that I really listen to is Cameron Haynes. Keep hammering, maybe. I think is it. Let me look. Yeah, Keep Hammering podcast, and then the other dirt bike one that I was trying to think of, On the Pipe podcast. So, um, those are the ones that I listen to every week. Cameron Haynes is a bow hunter who runs up a mountain every day, kind of thing, and he's a badass. Like you should follow him on Instagram. That is my advice. Like he is a savage. So um, he has a lot of good stuff to say, and a lot of like just how to push yourself, and he brings on other like a lot of other hunters, and like whenever you think of hunting, you just think about like you're gonna go out and shoot something and kill it. No, these people are like legitimately like trying to be fit enough to go kill the animal and pack it themselves without like a ATV or a UTV. So it's badass. Like I don't know. And then On the Pipe and Pulp MX, they just have a lot of good stuff. Talk about a couple different things. Have guests sometimes. So, um, yeah, dirt bikes, working hard, how to be successful. That's basically what I like to listen to.